Hey, Nick, what do you think it's that you have done that the coaches have seen in the last several weeks that has earned you this important playing time now?
I would say just coming to work every day with a positive attitude. You know, something kind of harp on in practice is, practice reps are game reality. So, I think when we talk about when you're on the field, you're a starter. So I think I approached every single practice rep like I was going to play on game day. And so I think uh, when my opportunity came, it was nothing new. We practiced like we played.
What does it mean for you now to have this opportunity and to have taken advantage of it, especially in the South Florida game?
It means a lot. I feel like oftentimes people don't see kind of the work that goes into going to Saturday. I think that I really worked very hard for this opportunity, and I'm glad that my coaches gave me the trust to go out there and display that on Saturday. And we have bigger games coming up. Every game from now on is huge for us. So to have that trust from the coaches and the my teammates around me and things like that is awesome. And I'm embracing that challenge as we go day by day.
I've also seen that several of your teammates have rated you the toughest guy on the team. What does that mean to have that respect from the guys that you're practicing against each day?
It means a lot. I think, it's really a brotherhood here, and I really value my teammates and what they think about me. And um, like I said, that's something I really embrace going forward, especially being a sophomore and kind of get thrown in the fire. For them to have that much respect for me, I have to go out there and prove it.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Damn, Nolan.
Nick, how did your year at Naps really help you get up to speed, maybe quicker than some other sophomores typically do with this program?
Um, I think definitely coming in at Naps, we kind of ran a little bit of the system that Coach Volker kind of implemented. Maybe compared to being a direct where, you get thrown in fall camp after plebe summer and your head's kind of going all over the place. So just kind of getting a little used to kind of the base defense that we run, maybe a little more comfortable. And so I think I was able to pick up a little things faster than maybe some other people could.
How has your approach to practice evolved in your 2 years here at Navy?
I would say the leadership from people like Ray Lane. He was a big part of my development last year as a plebe. Ray Lane, obviously, he's in the NFL. Andrew Duhart, and B.D. Williams. I think just seeing how they approached the practice like it was the last time that they were given the opportunity to play football, um, made me not take for granted the opportunities I have. And I think that I've shown that when my time does come, I can take advantage of it.
Nick, I like you mentioned Ray's NFL experience. You also have a built-in NFL advisor in your own household. What's the best piece of advice that Pops gave you that's allowed you to mature so quickly?
I would say that the biggest advice my dad's gave me is that the most of the battle is between the 6 inches between your ears. I mean, most of it, football is a physical game, but it's equally as mental. So to have the confidence to walk on the field and play your heart out and, think that nobody's better than you when you step on across the line from somebody, I mean, that is huge to have that mental capability to go out there and dominate, knowing that you put in the work and prepare.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Wags.
I'm sorry if Scott asked this. I missed his first question, but what do you think you did to earn the start against South Florida, Neg?
Yeah. Kind of like we talked about in our team meetings and our position meetings, my coaches believe that I worked very hard and like I said earlier, take every practice rep like it's a game reality. So just approaching every single day prepared that when my number is called, I can go out there and do the task at hand that the defense needs me to do.
And how would you evaluate your performance in your first career start?
Um, I would say I think I said I do okay. There's always room for improvement. There's always things to improve on, and we're gonna work on that in the bye. We have a little more time before we play Memphis. Um, for my first start, I think that there's some things I wish I had back. But you either win or you learn. So I think that when we come out with a W, it feels a lot better to go work on those mistakes after getting a W.
I know you were a standout track athlete, and you hold the 200-meter record at your high school. Is that correct? What'd you
Yes,
run? Do you
sir.
know? Remember?
I ran
So
21:91.
are you able to utilize that on the football field? I mean, track speed doesn't always translate to the football field, but do you feel like you're able to utilize that track speed?
For sure. Yeah, I think obviously I think I have just a little bit more of a different type of speed. I don't think you see as much here at Navy. Um, but just kind of especially when we play South Florida, they want to stretch the off defense out, spread us out wide and go deep. I think we contained that for the most part. We really didn't have any X plays over the top of the defense. So yeah, just having a little bit of that long speed is definitely beneficial.
Thanks, Nick.
Yes, sir.
I think he was more than a school record holder. I believe he was state champion in Arkansas in the two. Is that correct?
I would state champion the 60.
Oh, it's a 60. Okay.
60,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Um, Tim brought up your dad. He's a great player at Arkansas, played in the NFL. He's also the sideline reporter right now on radio for Arkansas. How has he been able to do his job and keep up with you, especially last Saturday when you made your first career start?
Right. Yeah, my dad's my biggest fan for sure since I was a little boy. He does the pregame broadcast and the game day. So when they're on breaks, he is checking in on ESPN, has it live streamed. Um, he calls me right before he gets on the field, before they start the game kickoff, gives me his little pregame text, maybe a call if he can get it in. Yeah, he's enjoyed the journey. He's came on the bye weeks. When Arkansas is not playing, he came to Notre Dame, came to Air Force. He's gonna be at Memphis next week. So yeah, he's whenever he can get here, he'll get here, and when he can't, he's tuned in for sure.
Memphis is about as close as you can get for a home game. Being from Arkansas, you're gonna have a lot of friends and family there.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of friends and family coming up. Really about a 2.5 hour ride back from home. So it's very close. I'm excited, especially with the opportunities that have been afforded to me recently. I have a lot of family coming to support.
And then we've talked a lot about your dad, but tell us about your mom too.
Yeah,
I
my
believe she's a
mom,
doctor.
she is. She's a professor at the University of Arkansas. She has a PhD. She's I would call her Superwoman. She does it all. She from being a mom, wife, and a leader and a teacher to all the people at the university. It's awesome. I admire her. She does everything in the world for me. I love her.
Awesome. Scott Wyckoff.
Nick, being around the Arkansas program, what went into your decision to pick the Naval Academy as where you wanted to play Division I football?
Yeah. Honestly, growing up, I was a diehard Arkansas fan. Obviously, my dad played for him. I probably knew the fight song for Arkansas since I was about 3 years old. I mean, I was diehard. I mean, I had the Halloween dressed up as an Arkansas football player. But I did as I got older. I did develop a relationship with the coaching staff of Arkansas. Um, but for me personally, I felt like when I came on the official visit to Navy, I felt like this was home. I really connected with the coaching staff here, and the opportunities afforded beyond football and the things that this institution represents was something I don't think that I could look past, in my opinion.
And how cool is it being from Arkansas, but being on a team and in your company and in the brigade with folks from all 49 other states? And maybe you're the first person they've ever met from Arkansas.
That's awesome. I take pride in it. Being from Arkansas, it's a small state, one of the smallest in the union, but the pride of being an Arkansan is deep if you are to go to Arkansas, and to be able to be a representation of the state in my little bubble is awesome, and I love it.
What is the focus now? I know Coach Newberry for the last couple of weeks has said it really needs to be a focus for the cornerbacks needing the play to step up. What has been that focus in practice to take it to another level as you get ready for Memphis?
Yeah, the focus is just we call it FTD, the fixation of the details. Um, we just need to fine tune and go through a fine comb and just work on the little things, the small details. And that may be from, or in the red zone catch, when we're in third and short press, and just being able to hone in on those little details that become very more important as we get down the stretch of better teams. And those things and those mistakes can't happen, and they'll come back to bite us when it matters most.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Tim Nolan.
Nick, what do you like the most about this year's 2025 Navy jersey in the Army Navy game?
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie. I think the helmets the most are what stand out to me. I like the helmets. Those are pretty sick in my opinion.
And then one of your fellow mates in the secondary, Phil Hamilton, just got American Conference Defensive Player of the Week. What does it mean to you when somebody in back there in the secondary with you is recognized with an honor like that?
Oh, it's awesome. Phil also went to National fellow class of 2024. So I've known him for a little while now. We've developed a great relationship. He's one of the hardest working guys in the room. He takes pride in everything that happens, mistakes, everything. He wants to be the best, and I admire that for him. He definitely elevates the room, and to see that happen, especially after a position change, and he embraced it, is inspirational to me for sure.
Nick, since we're only 8 days away, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Favorite Thanksgiving food, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese.
I love it.
Wags.
So obviously, Coach Newberry challenged last Monday on his presser. He said we have to be better at cornerback, and we saw some shakeups there. I'm sure it's ongoing battle, and I'm sure guys like Justin Ross want to get back their starting positions. Can you talk about the competition and how it's elevating all of you?
Yeah. The cornerback room is I would say one of the closest in on the team. We always have healthy competition to elevate everybody's game. I would say that, we all are just working our hardest. And when our number is called, it'll happen for everybody. I think everybody's adequately prepared. Coach Green gets us prepared every single week. So I think that, when I play my best, I get the best out of Jay Ross. Jay Ross plays his best. He gets the best out of me, Ira, Andrew Duhart, all of that. So I think the competition is necessary, but it's good for the team to have everyone be at their best when the best is needed.
So Strauss, Duhart's back at corner now. He's not playing safety.
Duhart played corner last week. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, PJ said that on the last Zoom that he was going to play corner.
Okay. Thank you. Nick, so did Arkansas recruit you at all? Maybe even as a preferred walk-on or anything?
I did, yeah. I was recruited as a preferred walk-on. I at one point I did have the ability to get a scholarship. Obviously, things now, the transfer portal, things like that shake up a lot of things for a lot of people. But yes, that was an opportunity I did get to have.
Considering your lifelong love for Arkansas football, was that hard to turn down, even any opportunity whatsoever to be with the program?
I don't think so. I think as I got older, I did love the program. I still love the program, but I would consider that more of my dad's legacy, to be honest with you. And I think branching out was something that I was very interested in to kind of get my name somewhere else and make a name for myself at another program.
So how far is the town where you grew up from where the University of Arkansas is located?
35 minutes away.
Okay. All right, great. All right, thanks, Nick.
Yes, sir.
Nick, maybe had another guy from Arkansas a few years back. Were you familiar at all with Miles Fells, who was from Little Rock?
I'm familiar with the name. I talked to Dr. Jim Barry about it a little bit. We briefly talked about him, but I'm not. I've never talked to him personally. No.
Yep. And then who else recruited you outside of Arkansas? And why did you choose?
Um,
What put Navy
yeah.
over there?
I got recruited by Princeton was my first offer. I got offered by Princeton, Cornell, a ton of Ivy League other interests. Arkansas State offered me, and then I got a PW to Kansas State very late in the process. And then Navy, I think when I went on my official visit, I think just the love I got, and I think even the players that I was on my official visit with, I connected pretty fast with. And Coach Green played a big part in my recruiting process. Just him talking about his experience and his journey to the Naval Academy where he's at now, and just all the things that can come out of an institution like this. I just saw this as a place of not of more than just being a football player. Your 4 years aren't done, and you're just kicked to the curb. It really means something to be here and to be somebody representing the nation, and to be something bigger than yourself was something I thought was awesome, and I don't think would ever change my I would never change my decision ever.
Awesome. And I was going to actually, that was my next question about Coach Green. How helpful is it to have a guy in your position room as your position coach who has been through it, went to NAPS, went to the Naval Academy, had a distinguished career in the Marine Corps, and is now back coaching the Navy? How helpful has he been to you on a day-to-day basis, not just on the football field, but off it as well?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, Coach Green is a well of wisdom for everybody who talks to him in the building. Often, sometimes I would say that maybe I talk to my parents, stuff like that. They may not understand exactly what I'm going through, but Coach Green understands exactly what I'm going through, the feelings I feel, what I'm expressing. May that be in school, football, or even what I talk about interests I have in service selection, things like that. Um, so for him to really understand, and he has like empathy for what I'm going through, it makes things a lot easier for us to communicate. And he's there for like any needs or anything. I mean, he's really one call away, and I appreciate that about him.
Great stuff. Does anyone have anything else for Nick? Wags, not even you? All right. Thanks a lot, Nick. Great job.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick.
Sir, thank you.